Hello and welcome to For the Love of Paint. In this video I will be putting Waterbase and Solvent base head to head to see which one is the better product, and this will be just my opinion obviously, but I will try and be as unbiased as possible and give a fair point and a fair review. So I am spraying the waterborne first. This is my usual paint system. This is a Lesnol system, and this is Panther Black. This is a pearl metallic, and I'm using the Waterbase GTI Pro Light with the HV30 1.5 bar at 3 turns out. Yep, so I've got it 10% reduced as well. The booth temperature is around 25 degrees, so I'm keeping it fairly fair and even and trying to give both materials the fair and equal chance in this review. So I will be applying this waterborne as I usually would with these sort of colours. So I will be putting two 80% coats on, one after another, let it flash completely off, and then give it a drop coat. And for the solvent base I will be doing that in a single stage process, one coat flash off, one coat flash off, and then a drop coat. So I'm straight on to my second coat, and it's going on nicely. The coverage is great for the waterborne. I really like the application. It goes on nice and smooth, and when it dries down it looks really clean, fresh and vibrant, and the effects like pearls or metallics really seem to stand out and look vibrant, which I'm not really getting that from the solvent, especially during the base coat stage. And really I can't have too much of opinion on a variety of the solvent colours. All I've painted in solvent is silvers and this black bumper, which is a pearl, black pearl, and yeah, a couple of other black pearl jobs as well. So it's just in silvers and black pearls. So here I am, just pretty much done there with the water base. I'm just going to drag that down to the side, just checking how much we got from the drop coat. Drag that down to the side and just let it flash off. So I'll just grab the solvent base gun. So I'm just going to let this flash off. I'm going to puff a bit of air over the top, as I'm going to do with the solvent base, and just compare them both. I didn't do the same application method for both because you can apply them both differently, and what works for an application for the waterborne will not necessarily work for the water base. If I was to apply the same application method to the solvent, I would probably run into big problems and it just would not work. I've overloaded solvent before, especially on a silver, and it looks absolutely terrible. And so here I am, TE10, going 3 turns out in the fluid, about 1.8 bar, and I'm just gonna just talk through how it's looking. So the coverage is good for this black pearl. Seems to be going on quite nicely, especially with this TE10 air cap, which is quite fine. It is going on smooth. The only thing I don't like about the solvent is just when it dries down, it just doesn't have that same clean look as the Waterbase. To me, it always looks a little bit grainy and a bit patchy. I don't think you can see the effects as good as you can with the Waterbase. But I'm sure you solvent guys that do it more often than I do will be able to shed some more light on what it's actually like for you when you're spraying these maybe 3-stage pills, or these vibrant colours of what they're looking like before you clear coat them. Are they looking patchy in places, and does the colour come to life when you clear coat them? Which I have seen on many videos and many people's different products that they're putting out. Then yeah, after the clear coat, the colour looks spot on. But what's it like before you clear? So the thing I love about the solvent is the drying times. I do think the drying times is it can be a breath of fresh air, really. And potentially you're probably less likely to get dirt in your paint, I think, from the solvent base. You're having less air, especially in this booth, draft like floating around, because you've not got the wind jet nozzle on your panel. So you want to get the wind jet on this bumper later. I'm anything that's on the walls, or can just, if there's a little dry spot on the floor there, any dirt can just come back up and potentially land in the panel that I'm painting. So with less air going around the being forced around the spray booth, you're definitely less likely to get more dirt in your paint, which could be another plus for solvent, which makes that refinishing process much quicker, which could suit the smash shop environment. So with the solvent based bumper, I went for 2 medium wet coats and just a control coat, which you didn't really need the control coat, but I just went for it anyway. So yeah, just puffing the air over, just looking how the panel's drying. The solvent base in the weather that we've got at the moment here in the UK, that was definitely dry after a minute or so, with very minimal air being passed over the panel, where the Waterbase is no way near, and it needs a good blowing over with the wind jet nozzle for a good few minutes. So here I am, giving it the old mid coat. So second turn out. I can't say that I've had any issues with fry-ups or anything like that since I've used solvent base. Sorry, I know a lot of people that have changed from solvent to water tell me of experiences where they've been pulling their hair out with solvent because of all the fry-ups and problems that they've had with it. I suppose it's one of them things. Maybe it could have been down to their prep, or I can't really speak too much. I've never had any issues with that. And some people say that the colours in the solvent wasn't always the best, so that could be due to obviously different pigments, the quality of the pigments in the difference between water and solvent, obviously different chemical process to make the water and solvent. so obviously the colours aren't exactly going to be, and the pigments that they use aren't exactly going to be the same. So when it comes to colour matching, some people said that it was more difficult in Solvent. So yeah, I'm just flashing some air over the top. Again, nowhere near it. But if I was to do that with a Solvent, you guarantee it would flash straight off. So I am envious of that. So even though I do love the Waterbase, it's certainly not the future, and I hope, especially maybe in a couple of years, that we can get somewhere close to the Solvent drying times. Keep the look of the Waterbase, keep that cleanness that it's got, that vibrant look to the Waterbase, but with all the perks of the drying times of the Solvent. I think that would be epic, and I think that would be really good for body shops. So yeah, that Solvent is 100% flashed off. But I'm just looking at it as well. I can remember at the time that it still looks wet. So on the face there, I'm looking at it, I think that looks wet. I look, and then underneath looks dry, and then I'll shift my eye like there. That'll look wet, and top will look dry. So that's the kind of strange thing I had to wrap my head around when painting Solvent. You know, when you see the Waterbase, either looks dry or it looks wet. You get that matte finish or it looks wet. It just looks very, very strange. But I do enjoy the different experience of painting Solvent, even though it's not something I have to do often. I'm just giving it a tech coat. I'm not going too light. I'm just giving it just an even coat. So I probably didn't need that. I don't think it would have made much difference. So yeah, that's done. Obviously, if I was painting that Solvent base bumper on its own, I think it would have took me less than 5 minutes. And if I was to paint that Waterbase bumper on my own, it would probably take about 15 minutes, I think. Probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes in application, and maybe a good, I'd say probably about 10 minutes all in all. A few minutes application and a good 5 minutes, 6 minutes drying time. So I'm just going to get straight onto the clear and see how the clear looks over the top. So keep it nice, close and even. TE20, 2 turns out the fluid, 1.3. And yeah, it's going on nice, and straight away as soon as you can see that clear go on the Waterbase, you can see the effect come through nicely, the metallic and the pearls as well, where maybe with the Solvent, just because it's black and the type of colour it is, it's deep black, Volkswagen deep black, so I suppose a lot of you guys out there will be familiar with that colour. it's not the most vibrant colour. It doesn't stand out too much. You just got that little bit of blue pearl in there. I think there's some white pearl in there as well, and yeah, it is quite subtle. But when you get it in the right light, you can see them pearls in there, and that blue pearl has a nice effect to it. So let's see, it'll start closest to the extraction. So all that overspray is going to land into the fresh bed of clay. Same again, keep it nice close, keep it even. Yeah, so I think the other week I had a bonnet to paint, and 2 bumpers and some mouldings, and I think from flattening the primer to finishing a job, I think it took me an hour and a half in the solvent. So I leave home at 3:30. I started the job at 2 o'clock, and I was gone out the door. Well, I finished about 25 past. So obviously it's a huge difference in times. So yeah, it's 2 fairly large bumpers that I painted in a bonnet, and like I said, all the mouldings, different types of mouldings. Yeah, the drying times were just, oh, I loved it, to be honest. It was a breath of fresh air. Yeah, so I've got to say, for me, just my personal opinion, I think after putting the clear on as well, I think the Waterbase looks better. I can see the difference, like I said before, I can see the difference in the metallic. It's clean, I can see it looks fresh, and same with the pearls. So I'm hoping maybe in another video I'm going to get exactly the same colour. I want to get maybe something a bit more vibrant, and compare them both. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you could leave a comment below and subscribe, that would be massive. Hit the thumbs up, and there'll be loads more fresh content to come soon. And yeah, I just hope you've enjoyed watching. Leave me some feedback, that would be amazing. I want to know your thoughts, and I want to interact with you guys. I want to learn more about Solvent, learn about more of what solvents like to work with day to day, and yeah, how you see both products. Have you used both products before, and what your thoughts are on both of them? That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been For the Love of Paint.